What's up guys, I'm Alex, General Manager of SoCal Powerlifting. Today we're going to talk about how to get a proper slack pull on your conventional deadlift. Now in order for this to be effective, you have to understand proper bracing, so make sure you go ahead and check out our previous video on that if you haven't seen it already. Once you have that brace set and you get this slack pull down, it'll really help you start off your conventional deadlift and finish that pull much easier. Cool, so to get that slack pull down, we really want to make sure we get tight and are pulling tension out of the bar before we actually pull, right? It's kind of this idea of pulling twice, right? You're pulling once to pull the slack out, pulling again to actually lift the bar off the platform. And so what that's going to look like when we get set, you're going to get set, again, we're going to brace properly, right, by flattening out that upper and lower back. Go ahead and hear that clink of the bar against the plates. You won't really, because I'm using bumper plates because I'm going to be down here holding this for a while. But you want to hear that clink against the metal plates, hopefully. Set that back, and then we're going to lift, right? And so what this is really doing is stopping us from going 0 to 100. If we're loose and then we go ahead and explode into it, because there's no tension on the hamstrings, the glutes, the back, anything really, I'm going to explode. My hips are going to shoot up, and I'm going to have to finish this RDL, which is not a comfortable position. So we want to make sure we get set that back, and then we're kind of going to use this downward pressure of the hips to exert upward force on the bar, right? We like to think of it as a pulley metaphor, right? There's a pulley on the ceiling, a rope going from the bar through my arm, up through my shoulders, over that pulley, and the other end is attached to my butt. As I drop my butt, an equal amount of force is coming up, right? So it's here. We're pulling that slack out. And so you see the bar already starting to float up. Now with anything under about 50% of your max, that bar should start to float up on its own. Makes it a lot easier, right, if you don't even have to really pull half that weight just because you're pulling the slack out properly. So when you're doing this slack pull, we really want to keep in mind maintaining that neutral back position throughout, right? If you try and drop those hips as you're pulling up on the bar at the same time, we're now exerting force from the hips coming down and the bar pulling you forward, you're going to end up with a very rounded back and in a very difficult position to go ahead and finish that deadlift. So set that back, then use that slack pull, use the force of the hips dropping to exert some upward force on the bar. Should make your deadlift a lot easier. Let us know if you got any other questions.